Good morning, Jeff. Today is Sunday, April 21st. Crunch time, crunch time, crunch time. I believe that today we are now 5 weeks or just over 5 weeks out. Um, yeah, just because the show is the 25th of May. So a little over 5 weeks out at this point, feeling really good. This is the first week at the new lower calorie count, 1800 with a 2600 refeed day. Today's obviously the refeed day. You'll notice on my spreadsheet, unfortunately, on the first day, I actually did go over by about 50 calories. Reason being is because I had a pretty busy day, requiring a lot of energy. And so I was actually kind of slowly ramping down the calorie consumption of the meals. And by the time I actually listened to your check-in, I was already over by 56. Only reason being, and so I actually kind of tried to bang out the credit that I overdrew in that present day, with the following days getting a little bit closer to 1800, but obviously staying under, on none of those days surpassing it. So, which is great. Um, there've only really been one hard day. I believe it was yesterday, Saturday. But to be fair, it was a pretty taxing lower body day. Um, not out of the ordinary at all. So that's good. Strength wise, no performance decrease in the gym, actually. Everything seemed to be going okay. It's just kind of my body readjusting to 1800 calorie. And energy levels remained relatively the same, which is great. Sleep, obviously, like we know at this point in prep, 15 weeks in, it's pretty deep into prep. It won't be the best. I started to experience a little bit of cramping at night. Again, at this point in prep, that's a little understandable. Has not been bad though, way better than last prep. Um, the occasional beginning of a cramp, yeah, I'm sure you understand the feeling where you can see something coming on, you stretch it immediately, and the feeling goes away. So just really ensuring I'm getting my sodium in my water, as well as obviously stretching and doing any kind of injury prevention. But apart from that, everything's actually been really good this week. Today, as a matter of fact, we had a new low. It was in the mid 160s. I believe it was 160, sorry, mid 167s. I believe it was 167.6. And I actually didn't pay attention to the weekly average, but I would assume as well there's a brand new low weekly average, just because every day we did pull under 170, which was great. Um, so yeah, also everything is now booked, fully booked for Edmonton. I'm just waiting for my trunks to come in. They actually should arrive tomorrow, which is great. Um, was able to hit in more practice sessions for posing, so you might notice it looks a little more comfortable. I did switch up the trunks though, just because the other ones that I was practicing in were my first trunks ever. I didn't feel that they were very representative. They weren't as revealing, obviously. And so with bodybuilding, you got to get a little more reveal the glutes, unfortunately. And so I went to my newer classic ones. Um, but from the next check in on, they will be in my brand new trunks, which is great. Very excited for those. And yeah, so everything has actually been really good this past week. Nothing really new to check in. Um, Step count has gotten up there, which is great. Averaging 10,000. I know you told me 10 to 11, but it's a time consumption, unfortunately, closer to 11. And I unfortunately live a very busy life. So I'm going to do my best to get that back up there to 11. But obviously, the calorie restriction is actually working. So obviously, we want to raise activity levels, but nonetheless, the dietary restriction is playing its effect. I definitely feel a little bit leaner this week. I'm sure you can probably see a little bit in my face. You'll see on video too, in certain angles, specifically in the lower body, the details are really starting to pop from the front as well as from the side. Hamstring sweeps are Hamstrings and sweeps are really starting to pop, which is great. Adductors coming through. And yeah, so really happy with how this week went. Obviously, still feeling a little more flat than usual. I noticed that in a little bit reviewing my posing video from the back. Um, Width isn't quite there, but I'm sure, well, it's not that it's not there, but it isn't the same as it used to be 2 weeks ago, let's say. But today's a refeed day, so we will very likely see an increase in width tomorrow and density and all that stuff. Vascularity, everything will pop again. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I'll get this all in for you, and I'm going to do my best to upload the posing video in the highest quality possible. I have no clue what happened last week. because I didn't upload it any differently than how I normally do. So I'll see if there's a new default setting on YouTube, and if that's the case, I'll revert it. So yeah, thank you very much. Can't wait to hear back from you.